What's up guys, I'm Carton, and in today's video I wanted to address a thing or two that some people said on one of my last videos. So the video was, do you need a boutique amplifier if you have a Helix? And in that video I was comparing the small box 50 going into the aux compared to the HX Stomp. And let me quickly explain why I did it that way. So in my opinion, if you're going to get a boutique amplifier, you're also going to spend quite a bit on your load box and cabinet simulation. So that's why I used both of those two. The question was, could you recreate that whole dream setup with just a small little HX Stomp for 500 euros? And so what I did was, I had the BE channel on the small box with the same settings as on the placator, and in the aux I was using a greenback punch cabinet mic'd with an MD421 and an SM57, and in the Stomp I was using what I think was something close, which was a G1265 speaker IR with the same mics. So in my opinion that was pretty close. But a lot of you were saying just use the same IR. I didn't do that because I think the aux is better, but in this video we're going to do that. And I'm actually going to put in a lot of extra effort to get the same tone from the HX Stomp and basically to make you Line 6 guys happy. I might have been a little bit lazy in the last video, so we're going to rectify that. By the way guys, do press the little subscribe button down below and the little bell icon next to it. It notifies you every time I upload a new video, and I really appreciate it when you guys subscribe. Also, you can go ahead and buy the SOLODALLAS IR that I'm using in this video if you like it. I really enjoy the IR. I think it's the best IR if I'm going to use an IR for rock and roll kind of stuff. I really like the sounds. Also, the preset will be available in the show more section, just like the IR. And that's it guys, so let's get straight into the tone dialing. Okay guys, so let's get going with the sounds here. So let's start out with the small box 50 and with the stock cabinet that I've got loaded in the HX Stomp, so you guys can all do this. So this cabinet is the Silver Bell 212 cabinet. It's mic'd with a 87 condenser and also with a SM57 here. So yeah, that's basically what I'm using here. I've got a little bit of high cut at about 7.2 or 7.3 on the other mic, but it's around 7 point something my high cut. And this is the BE channel going into the aux as a load box and then using the stock cabinet in HX Stomp. Let's check out the placator dirty. So I've got the exact same settings on the BE channel here and on the placator dirty, but one thing I didn't mention in the last video and that I wanted to mention now is that the small box does have a slightly more vintage voiced channel of the BE than the BE 100, which the placator is duplicating, so that might be a thing. And so yeah, maybe that's the whole reason why these sound a little bit different, but let's check it out. Same settings on both. Drive is 6, bass is 4, mids, treble and presence are 6, and the master is on 8. I've got the output levels exactly matched. I've double checked it in Logic that the maximum output is for both the same. I reset it, that reading every time I did it, and it's exactly the same. So the only difference is the voice of these two models. So this is the placator dirty. So let's A/B the two. It's not a bad sound, just like in the last video. It's pretty good sound. Let's A/B the two. So in my opinion, you do notice there that there is a big difference. This is basically where I stopped in the last video. That might have been a little bit lazy for me. So that's basically with the same settings. I did end up dialing in a lot of stuff on the EQ, but it didn't do a lot. So that's basically where we're at now. I've also got that exact same SOLODALLAS IR in here, and I'm going to engage it now. And we're going to A/B it on the SOLODALLAS IR, okay? So let's start out with the small box amplifier and the SOLODALLAS IR, and then we're going back and forth to the placator. And as you can hear, exactly like in the last video, it is the same difference as in the last video. But that's where I'm going to go a step forward right now, and I'm going to try to dial it in pretty close. Again guys, I do love this stuff, but I'm not an audio engineer or anything, but let's check out what I have come up with and what I think sounds a lot closer to the small box. So guys, this is the tweaked preset that I've got going on right here. So let's check it out. So what I've got is that amplifier, but I've now put all of the stuff on 6. So the only difference is that the bass is now also on 6. But that really didn't change a lot in my opinion. That EQ, that really wasn't a big thing. The big difference was, the first step was the EQ. I did a lot of EQing on it here, as you can see, and then I've put a compressor. And let's check out how close it is right now. I think it sounds really good, and it is a lot closer to the actual amplifier, so let's hear it. Let's start out with the amp, and then I'm going over to the model. So guys, as you can hear, it sounds a lot closer. In my opinion, it sounds a lot better than what the standard thing is. I did put in some EQ and some compression. Let's check out what I did with the compression. So I used the LA Studio compressor. Then I've basically done a lot of peak reduction here. The gain is on about what it comes standard. I've put it on the limit setting. The mix is on about 70%, and then I changed the level, put it a little bit down to get it the same with the amp. And now I think it sounds really great. Let's check out the touch dynamics between the two. Of course, this is still not exactly the same. I tried to do that, but guys, I came pretty close. I'm happy, really happy with this HX Stomp tone. I would use it on recordings actually. The only thing is that the amp still sounds a touch more natural or something, but guys, this is a really great FRIEDMAN tone on the HX Stomp. In my opinion, it sounds really close. So let's check out the touch dynamics and play a little bit more. I will also change to the stock cabinet back because I'm still on the SOLODALLAS IR. By the way, if you want to get that, go in the comments in the show more section down below. Okay guys, so that was the video for you. Again, did it come closer to the amp? Let me know in the comment section down below. I think this was a lot more fair for you Line 6 guys out there, but I think you now know the difference in the model in my last video was fair. And okay, you could do a better thing with a little bit of EQ and a little bit of compression, and you can hear it now. I hope that this kind of brings a little bit more peace to that video, and that you see where I'm coming from here. Also guys, if you haven't, please go ahead and press the little subscribe button down below, press the little bell icon next to it, leave me a comment, and then we'll catch you for the next video.